Extreme weather conditions have caused chaos across the mother city, as gale force winds of up to 100 kilometers per hour and heavy rainfall pounded the Cape Metropole and surrounding regions on Monday morning. Over the weekend, the South African Weather Service warned of a second cold front expected to move in on Monday, bringing a multi-hazard weather event with flooding, strong winds, dangerous coastal conditions, and some snowfall. Gale force winds of over 90 kilometers per hour are considered extremely dangerous, with incidents of trees being broken and uprooted, as well as buildings suffering severe storm damage, reported widely across community WhatsApp channels and social media. The city of Cape Town has asked that any flooding or storm-related emergencies be reported immediately. Everywhere you look, there are trees and walls blown over. Although it hasn't been as bad as in the Southern Cape, we've seen over 50 millimeters so far this weekend, added weatherman Pete in his latest update. The semi-good news is that the wind will die down a little by this afternoon, but the rainy and windy weather will continue until tomorrow evening, Tuesday, with isolated showers into Wednesday. Then the frontal systems will have passed, and we'll have a break to repair the damage and bring some order to the chaos. There is no more rain on the horizon until the 26th of May. Please keep warm and stay indoors if at all possible. If you're out, drive carefully. SANParks has also confirmed that a number of sites across Table Mountain National Park has been closed. Parts of the Boulders Penguin Colony Walkway have been temporarily closed due to storm damage. Due to fallen trees and branches caused by the current inclement weather conditions affecting Cape Town, the Forest Link Walkway at the Boulders Penguin Colony has been temporarily closed to tourists until further notice. Teams will be mobilized to attend to the situation. Visitors are urged to exercise extreme caution during this period and to adhere to all safety signage and staff instructions. Due to the current inclement weather conditions affecting Cape Town and surrounding areas, certain sections and facilities within Table Mountain National Park may be temporarily closed for visitor safety. Today is not the day to be out hiking the mountains, warned SANParks. Visitors are urged to avoid unnecessary travel and hiking within affected park areas, and to exercise caution around rivers, streams, mountain paths, coastal sections, and low-lying areas, as a number of fallen trees have been reported. Please adhere to all safety signage and instructions from park officials. Due to extremely strong winds at Cape Point, the Flying Dutchman funicular and shuttle services will not operate today for safety reasons. We encourage all visitors to exercise caution while exploring the reserve today, Monday. The City of Cape Town's Disaster Risk Management said one person has died following devastating floods. Disaster Risk Management spokesperson Charlotte Powell said flooding has been reported in several informal settlements. Flooding has been reported in the following informal settlements: Island, Makaza, and Monwabisi in Khayelitsha, Imizamo Yethu, Nomzamo, Luandle, Fola Park, Gugulethu, Valhalla Park, Vigaskral, Tafelsig, Delft, and Campis, she said. In formal areas, flooding has been reported at a daycare in Mitchell's Plain and the corner of Mercury and Galaxy Roads in Rocklands. Damage to roofs has been reported in Grindle Avenue in Lavender Hill, Gugulethu, Crossroads, Marcus Garvey in Philippi, Portland's Delft, and Garden Road in Winburg. The Vigaskral Canal in Belgravia has reached its capacity and is overflowing, Powell said. Powell said reports of flooded roadways include Rosmead Avenue in Winburg, numerous roads in Mitchell's Plain, and Dido Valley Road in the Deep South. Rockfalls have been reported on Chapman's Peak and Kapseweg in the direction of Tokai. There have been reports of uprooted trees in areas across the metropole, from the M3 to Somerset West. In some instances, this has also affected power lines and the electricity supply. There have been at least 2 instances of trees falling onto motor vehicles. One person died after a tree fell onto the vehicle they were in Kenilworth. In the second incident, a motorist was injured when a tree fell on their vehicle in Perot, Powell said. Hot meals and blankets are being distributed in these areas by the city's humanitarian partners. Due to the conditions and the risk to the safety of staff members, Some services are unable to conduct reinstatements, repairs, and assessments currently. We also expect further impacts as the day progresses, and will endeavor to provide timeless updates in this regard, Powell said. The Disaster Risk Management Center confirmed reports of roofs being torn off homes in Westridge, Mitchell's Plain, and Hanover Park, highlighting the intensity of the wind-driven storm. Flooding has also been recorded in several densely populated areas, including informal settlements in Khayelitsha, Hout Bay, and Strand, where rising water levels have impacted homes and disrupted daily life. Officials say rapid assessments are underway to determine the full extent of the damage and prioritize urgent assistance where needed. Across the city, flooding and blocked drains have been reported in multiple suburbs, including Nyanga, Athlone, Mowbray, Manenberg, Philippi, Bonteheuwel, Ravensmead, Lansdowne, and Dunoon. In some areas, roadways have become impassable, forcing the city of Cape Town to deploy drainage teams to clear waterlogged streets and restore access. Residents have taken to social media to share images of submerged roads and overflowing stormwater systems, with many calling for long-term upgrades to drainage infrastructure in flood-prone areas. Severe infrastructure damage has also been recorded. In Belleville, a roadway collapse linked to a suspected water burst prompted urgent repair work. In Atlantis, a sinkhole that opened in Wheelie Wally Street was also repaired by city engineers. Meanwhile, Chapman's Peak Drive, one of Cape Town's most scenic coastal routes, has been closed due to dangerous weather conditions. Chapman's Peak Drive remains shut as a precaution, while authorities assess slope stability and road safety. Weather-related electricity outages have affected several communities, including Gugulethu, Langa, Parkwood, Tafelsigg, Hanover Park, and Claremont. In addition, large tree branches and fallen trees have caused further hazards, including one incident involving electrical wires in Sir Lowry's Pass. City Energy and Parks teams have been deployed to restore electricity, remove debris, and secure dangerous areas. Recreation and Parks teams have also been working in suburbs such as Goodwood, Durbanville, and parts of the Deep South to clear fallen trees and restore safe road access. With multiple departments responding simultaneously, authorities say efforts remain focused on restoring essential services while monitoring ongoing weather risks. Residents are being urged to avoid unnecessary travel and stay alert as conditions may still change rapidly. On social media, residents have expressed concern about recurring flood damage in low-lying and informal settlement areas, with many calling for stronger long-term climate resilience planning rather than repeated emergency responses. Meanwhile, the Animal Welfare Society of South Africa said its facility has not been spared by the devastating storm that hit Cape Town on Sunday. The organization has called on the public for assistance after its hospital sustained significant damage. Since last night, our teams have been working tirelessly in affected communities, assisting pets and families in distress, while other staff members remain on site trying to manage the extensive damage to our property, keeping our hospital running, caring for our patients, and ensuring emergency medical cases continue receiving treatment, the organization said. The heavy rains have also affected the animal welfare's food supply. The heavy rains and powerful winds have caused significant damage to our hospital and parts of our property, where donated food supplies are stored. Sadly, a large amount of food used for our hospital patients and adoption department has been severely water damaged, it said. Despite its teams being exhausted, the organization said they refuse to stop helping animals in need. Right now, we are in desperate need of support from our community to help us continue this vital work during this difficult time, it said. Due to the ongoing rain and damp conditions, we are also struggling to keep blankets and towels dry, making these donations even more critical for the animals in our care. Every donation, no matter how small, will make a direct difference to animals who have nowhere else to turn, it said. The South African Weather Service, SAWS, has issued a Level 8 warning for disruptive rainfall over the city, as well as the mountainous regions of Drakensberg, Stellenbosch, Breda Valley, Witzenberg, and the western parts of Theewaterskloof. These conditions are expected to persist until at least Tuesday, SAWS warned. with heavy rain potentially leading to flooding of roads, bridges, as well as formal and informal settlements. It said mudslides and fast-flowing rivers could also pose a danger to life. The City of Cape Town's disaster risk management spokesperson, Charlotte Powell, said by Sunday evening, May 10th, it had been reported that roofs had blown off in Mitchell's Plain and Hanover Park, localized flooding in several informal settlements, flooded roadways and blocked drains, electricity outages, and fallen trees. Reports are starting to come in this morning of similar impacts in areas around the metropole, but no major impacts have been recorded thus far. We expect that the rate of reporting will increase as daylight sets in. Assessments will continue in the affected informal settlements that have been reported to date, Powell said. On Monday, numerous reports of roadways impacted due to flooding or because of fallen trees have been reported. We remind the public to please take extreme caution if they need to be out and about and to report any emergency incidents to our Public Emergency Communications Center at 02-148-07700, Powell said. Reports of a tree obstructing Edison Drive in Bergvliet, a power line down in Wynberg, and flooding along Rosemead Avenue were escalated. A passenger has died after a tree fell onto a vehicle in Kenilworth on Monday morning, as severe weather lashes Cape Town. According to Ward 59 Councillor Mikhail Manuel, emergency crews responded quickly after the tree collapsed onto the vehicle. Emergency services, SAPS, law enforcement, and the city parks team were quick to respond, Manuel said, in a message shared with residents. The driver escaped without injuries but was taken to hospital for precautionary checks. Sadly, the passenger has passed away, Manuel confirmed. Tennant Road, between Oak Avenue and Tuleni Road, was cordoned off while authorities processed the scene and began clearing debris. Manuel said the area remained off-limits to the public. The incident will undergo a full investigation, he added. Our sincere condolences are extended to the passenger, and our thanks to all those who helped this morning. Meanwhile, residents of Strand, Somerset West, and Gordons Bay are picking up the pieces this Monday morning as severe winds continue to lash the region, uprooting trees, damaging property, and forcing road closures. Fallen trees have been reported across the entire Helderberg area. Significant obstructions affected traffic flow on busy routes, including Broadway Road and Cyril Cilliers Street during peak traffic. Debris was also blocking Onverwacht Road near the N2 in Somerset West. The most dramatic scene unfolded at Beaumont Primary School, where a massive tree was uprooted by a powerful gust. The tree crashed into the school building, causing visible structural damage. Multiple cars parked in the vicinity were crushed under the weight of the fallen timber. Fortunately, no injuries have been confirmed at this stage. Despite no official instruction to close schools by the Western Cape Department of Education, several schools in the area, including Perel Valley High School in Somerset West and Strand Secondary, have instructed learners to leave for home early this morning. Officials officially closed Clarence Drive at 9:15 today. The closure is a safety precaution following reports of dangerously high winds and sporadic rockfalls along the mountain pass. There were also reports of portion of house roof blown onto the R44 outside Betty's Bay. Subcouncil 8 Chairperson Chantal Serfontaine said that damages have been reported throughout the Helderberg, where fallen trees are causing the most concern. Flooding has also been reported in Lewandle and Nomzamo. I am preparing for an oversight visit through the Helderberg a bit later today, she said. Traffic Services spokesperson Kevin Jacobs said on Monday morning that operations at several city driving license testing centers have been affected today by a combination of weather and network issues.
This one. It's also that one.